Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to those who here for the first time. Welcome. Let me get through these comments quickly. Yes, prayers to all those affected by the storms overnight. If we hear of any squatties that are affected, please do spread the word so we can get the squad love out to them. Yep, very sad. Have you all been up all night or something? I'm kind of lost. It was epic, Church Nelly. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I know it's early for most. Oh my. Uh-oh. Does Arnold have a channel too? Am I missing something? Am I that out of touch? What's going on? What's going on? I'm not as rushed today, thankfully. So I just want to kind of get to the what is this? Oh my. Y'all are too funny. Oh yes, yes. Hello to my channel members. Lydia, Mrs. S. I don't know if I saw Kay yet, but I'll catch her when she comes through, and anybody else that has since joined. But let me find where I was as the music is winding down. Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Sussex Saturday. If this is your first time to my channel, again, welcome. Saturday is all about Harry and Meghan. They've been very quiet, thankfully, just because it causes such a firestorm with the UK media when they are busy doing work to help others. But, I guess it is what it is. And I'll just say, I guess if the content's not really for you, hopefully you'll stick around because today is also Channel Raid Day, and I think there are 5 or 6 channels today. I'm kicking it off, and then the pinned comment has the next stop. So I will be dropping the link as we get closer to the 11 o'clock hour. So I just wanted to kind of get that out the way. And with Harry and Meghan not really being that busy, I do have a few items that I'm going to put up for trash time because it's going to turn into something like that. But yeah, it's going to be one of those days that we get to have a little fun. And excuse the beeping in the back if you happen to hear it. That's my husband's truck as he's leaving. He's getting out of Dodge. He's like, "Oh, you're doing that again today? Let me get out of here." No, I'm kidding. Oh my goodness. So I hope you are all well. Again, if anyone hears of any squatty impacted directly in the storms, please do let me know. But or anyone that we're connected with here on the YouTube, because it was a pretty bad situation. All right. Hello, hello, hello. As we go down, I have to try to keep up with the comments as they're flowing through. Ah, my goodness. Wow, everybody is out in full force today, huh? That's good. Good to see you all. And if anyone is a content creator and is interested in participating in the channel raids, please reach out to Spotless Calm via Instagram. Thank you so very much. This is her baby in a sense, and she runs a tight ship. So I'm just going through your comments, looking quickly. Hi, hi, hi to everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for the virtual hug. Definitely could use it. Um, wow, catching up with all your comments. This is so awesome, y'all. Okay, if I get to the bottom and then I see even more new comments popping in, y'all are so sweet and special. All right, let me see what's going on. Hey, hey, how are you? It's nice to see a whole lot of quadrants come together. I call them quadrants, sections, segments of YouTube peacefully and just enjoy and help encourage and build with one another. Okay, Kathy, be safe on your travels. Appreciate the passing through. Please hit the thumbs up, everybody, if you have not already done so. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me get to my few little items that I did want to discuss. So, for those who are up on or part of Sussex Squad, you are aware that a certain heir in the UK was trying to throw his second son, Harry, under the bus for a potential scandal, which we know is not going to go anywhere because, nothing involving that family goes too far. Although they try to put Harry and Meghan and stuff, but it never goes where they want it to go. But anyway, so Harry responded back, and I just wanted to put this picture up because I think just he deserves a little airtime, I must say. This picture is probably one of my favorite, but this is from his headshot, I think, from when his company that he works for, or the company he works for. And Harry released a statement. Now they do know he will sue. He doesn't have a problem suing, so I think this was the warning shot over the bow, just saying, cut it out. Take whatever you want to say about it and be gone. So I saw this, I was like, wow. So for him to respond, he could see the writing on the wall where it was headed. And yeah, anyway, I know many of you have been following, and I'm just going to put this up for now. They deserve to stay on that picture, but I'm just going to put that up, come back into the comments if I can find where I was, but I probably can't. But have any of you heard the news? I'm sure you have, and the many, many, many Sussex positive chats and channels that Harry was being dragged under the bus, and then he came up swinging and was like, "No, no, I'm not taking the brunt of this or the blame." So, yeah. Yeah, I don't there's enough people over there that they could go after. I mean, there's the grandson that sold milk in China. Why don't they look at him, and the sister, you know, and her husband? Um, there's plenty of people in the UK they could focus on. It's just kind of crazy that the stuff that they do, and it's very, very obvious. And, hey, gives good commentary for us positive channels to kind of look at and just say, thanks for that. So, yeah. So I wanted to also, in addition to his statement, I saw a couple of things on Twitter. Twitter is like the news for me because you find out what's really happening on the ground, so to speak. So, yeah. And Twitter takes no prisoners too. So, hi everyone coming in. Yeah. And hopefully they take heed, but I would have thought they understood that when he spoke up in 2016 and told the media to back off of Meghan. That should have been their hint that he wasn't the whipping boy anymore. He married, and then in 2020, when they got the blank out of the UK, that should have been another example of they weren't trying to be the whipping post in a sense for covering up all the scandalous behavior of the others. So it's not getting through, and yeah, we're here to keep keep that media, you know, honest in a sense. Ha, that's a joke, but mm, it's true. Actually, we can predict their moves. We know that, if it gets too quiet or something happens, so Harry and Meghan do something positive and it's helping others and, through their charity or even personally, here comes the UK media with some silly situation that they'll loop their names into. And I found and saw a great example online, and I just was like, wow, how crazy is this? And I think I took a screenshot, but it's probably on my cell phone, and it would take too much for me to bring it over to the computer. But PM, that's his initials, who used to be on one of the morning shows over there. Some of you, all of you, probably know who I'm speaking of. Tweeted out, and he tweeted out the truth. So there was some type of situation going on with one of them. I guess it's soccer teams or something. And so he was like, let me see how I can make this Meghan Markle's fault. And people laugh, but he put his truth out there because that's what he does. If he can, he will mention her name, as will everybody else. And yeah, they're joining in. And it's just amazing to me. Truly amazing to me. Oh, you guys are really, wow. All right. So let me go back to the comment really quickly and then just click on hi, 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 come back. And so I wanted to show this because I wanted to show how Megan's name is always brought up into something in order to, I guess, get the clicks on articles over there. So, you read this and it's like her friend is eyeing a school attended by the children of space and cosplay. And then you look and you actually read some of what is here in the screenshot, and then you're like, oh, so, excuse me, they were looking at a school within, I guess, the organization of schools and not the particular ones that cosplay and spaces children actually attend. And I was like, okay, why even twist it up? Why do we care what Megan's friends are doing, living their personal life? The friend who married someone over in the UK and is living her life and doing what they should be able to do. And who cares whose children are attending, have attended, wanted to attend, whatever, if they go to the best school? What, people can't afford the best school, but they were trying to twist it like, that if Megan had been nice and the stupid tears story, which we already know who made whom cry, and it wasn't the one in the UK, okay? Um, she was not the one who was crying, but made people cry. But yeah, it's just the craziest stuff that keeps popping up. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just a little bit like befuddled when I see some of this stuff. And I'm like, what in the world is going on with the people? The media is like losing their mind. So I wanted to quickly check the comments. Well, they're all in it together, if that makes sense, Rosa. So many of those stations are owned by either one of the big ones, CBS, NBC, or ABC. And I think Access is on one of those networks, and then E is an affiliate of one of those networks. So they all are part of the same octopus and are the tentacles out there. So you're not going to really hear them say too much when it comes to telling the truth. I don't know if we'll ever get that. They wheel and deal behind the scenes. So as we're finding out, the invisible contract extends well beyond the shores of the UK. So, and I think they use that whole, well, if they come to the US, if you do any story that we don't like, we're not going to allow you access to them. So, mm. But why would she be upset that her brother-in-law was getting married and she's just pushed out the third child for her husband that she stalked, who dated for 10 years? So, waited around for him, whatever. I'm going to start getting, yeah. So, I mean, the trial's going on. So, of course, they need that distraction so that people aren't focused so much on Jeffrey's friend who is currently on trial, and just trying to distance themselves so that Randy's name doesn't keep coming up. You know what I mean? hmm Take a sip of my tea. Okay. Channel member K. I was looking for you, but welcome. Okay. Let me show you the other silly stuff that is out there. So, in addition to her friend, um, looking at schools, there's also this whole thing I saw, you know, congrats to the Johnsons. I mean, she's having kids back to back, but there's overpopulation in Africa that the air in the UK is worried about. Okay, anyway, somehow, some way, you know how the media has to do. So here goes some key points for the readers. And I'll just give you a moment if you haven't seen this to read it. Hopefully, you've had your moment to read it. Now, I highlighted some key factors. Number one, why is Meghan even mentioned in this? Now, if you're talking about Boris's wife having her second child, oh, and she had it free. Well, there's universal health care in the UK, so I don't understand why that would even be made an issue. There's not, repeat, there is not, repeat, there is not universal health care in the United States. So, what someone pays for their care is their business. Um, yeah, but I like how they make it out now that it was a royal birth. Well, that wasn't what you were saying 6 months ago, but the UK media makes up what the UK media wants to make up when the UK media wants to make it up. So they just throw out an amount and make hers. But I like how they put in California, yes, one of the most expensive states in the US. But oh, okay. We're just gonna go with that she was supposed to have it what home, then they really would have had a field day with that. But I mean, no one knows the cost of how much it was to have at the hospital that she has. No one knows what accommodations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We didn't know for 3 days that the baby was born. So let's get over that. And then the other one that I highlighted, because I'm skipping over that third name, I don't really care. The Portland. That's not where she had her children, my understanding, but okay. I like how um, they just mentioned, the 7,500 pounds. Are you multiplying that by three? Because then she would take the lead in being the most expensive. I'm just saying. Like, how are you going to do this? Just picking one birth out of the three that she gave and look at this. She had one that was cheaper. Are we really gonna believe that that was cheaper? She was at one of the best hospitals, had the best care, had the makeup and hair team come in, but hers was, the least expensive. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna believe that one. Not. All right, let me jump over. Let me just put this up and go back into comments and then see. Oh, sunshine, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. All right, let me go down in the comments and see what y'all are saying. What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? Oh, that's sweet to thank her for me. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. For some of them, yes. I could get into some stuff, but I'm not gonna do it. All right. I really, Anna. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, Lord. Oh, Annie. I hope they don't release one now. We can't keep up. One day they're royal, the next moment they're not. One day they're royal, the next moment they're not. It's like, what is it? What are they going to be? But I don't even want to see the pictures. That's funny. Were they all together? At least Annie, can you answer that? Were they all together for the Christmas card or were they individual cards? The heir with his side piece wife on a card and then space cosplay and their chaps on another. Yeah, whatever. Happy holidays. Okay. Whew. That's true. They're not, but they have the UK media has the dirt on them. That's why they're throwing everybody and anybody under the bus for it. And it's just absolutely insane. It's insane. Um, exactly, Church Nelly. It will be 2 years since they stepped back from being, quote, working, because that's an oxymoron, royal. Um, being that working royal, whatever. So, yeah, I cracked up laughing when I read it, but then I was like, wait a minute. You can lose the words, two words in California. We already know how the public gets riled up when they see Meghan. So of course, oh, she had the most expensive in California, which is the most expensive state to live in. But did she ask y'all to pay for it? No. The UK public is not paying for anything related to Harry and Meghan. Why even go there? That is the most asinine thing they could have ever done. But they can't sell anything without mentioning Meghan. We know that. They have to bring it in. They have to. So, yeah. Mm, mm. I thought she had the babies at some other hospital. I didn't think it was the Portland, but I didn't pay attention to what the name of the hospital was. I just know that there was about 5 million press outside taking pictures and people and yeah. Anyway. Uh, oh, 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 oh. It's just it's nonsensical. Oh, Mrs. S, thank you. Thank you. Uh-uh. Y'all just don't know. I start quaking in my boots. Mrs. S, woo. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I have not missed anybody else, but thank you, thank you. Um, it took everybody a while when you would see my screen name, then you would see hers. And at one time, I thought somebody was trying to troll me, but then I realized, no, 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 it's a good person. They're not They're not trolling me. It's all good. Yeah, that will be interesting, Donna. Oh, but then that will give even more fodder for headlines on, well, why would they do that? That's what royals do. It brings up that whole adage to the things that happen. So, um, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? He does have a memoir coming out, so they better just leave him alone. They better leave Harry alone. Leave him alone. He made a decision. He and his wife and son at the time moved out of the country and are living their best lives now. So, yeah, exactly. They're not paying for anything. I just thought it was hysterical because I was like, "What?" But then like I said, they have to mention her name. You don't mention her name, it's not really gonna be any clicks, but I can tell you this, that, something was going on, and I don't know what it was because I refused to go over and give any clicks, but, Omid, I don't know, people were jumping all over him, and I'm like, "Okay, everybody, find your freedom and leave everyone in the UK media alone. Like, stop following them on social media, including him." I said it. My feelings, just saying, because, it helps the blood pressure. I'm just saying. It does help. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. I just am skipping through some of the comments. I am seeing them all, so hi. Hello, hello, hello to you all. Yeah. Well, right, exactly. So they were very strategic in how they presented Archie, given that on the day that he was born, that UK BBC commentator tweeted a picture of the royals um, with a monkey and saying, "Oh, something about a royal baby being born." Man, they better be glad. Better be glad it was never me. Because that is some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff to have done. They fire the guy and then they bring him back. They rehire him. So yeah, it's a little bit on the loony side when you really get down to thinking about it. So one last little tidbit, and then we can just chat it up in the comments. So, I like to do my look backs. And this I saw, and I don't know how many of you remember this moment, when Meghan appeared at the, what is it, the British Fashion Awards, I believe, and was going to present her dressmaker, designer, with the award for Designer of the Year, and wore a beautiful black off one shoulder gown, was cupping her beautiful belly, and yeah, many of us remember this moment, which really should have been, oh, kudos to her. She looked fabulous. They said every horrible thing that you can think of with regard to her, and it was disgusting. Um, a royal doesn't expose their shoulders, and then you present people with pictures of the queen that had strapless gowns and had her shoulders out, or Diana, and it's just, well, but still that's not classy. Okay. Weeks later, someone cosplayed her and wore a white one. Opposite shoulder was out, and it was like the clouds opened and the sun shined, and you could hear angels. Meanwhile, it was the ones in hell probably screaming for their queen back. But okay, let me take another sip of my tea. So yeah, this was quite a moment in time, I must say. And I think the the hateful comments that were there 3 years ago are still there. So on the KP Twitter feeds, I don't think they've ever, or even IG, because at that time I think they were under the KP on IG. But yeah, it's kind of daunting to see how far things have come. So, oh, and I guess I should do this. I should have done this at the beginning. Ooh, fair use, fair use. All right, let me go back to this. Anyway, I'm going to go back in the comments. I'm going to be there hanging out with y'all until we end this, but let me see if I can find my spot. It's so easy to lose your spot in here. I'm just going to jump in. It does. It's sad. They've made her a commodity, and she's a human being, and they really need to cut it out. They really need to cut it out, especially driving her nearly to ending her life. So they really need to cut it out. All right, going to be jumping through comments. Oh my goodness, Donna. Too much for me. Yeah, aides leaving, his personal aides are leaving and all that stuff. I wonder if I'm sure they've signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, but yeah, that would be quite interesting to get the skinny and dirt and all that other fun stuff. So I'm just saying, I really would love to to be a fly on the wall, because the room is full of ish when they're involved. Didn't she look fabulous? She was glowing. She had that true pregnancy glow, and you know, there's baby moving around because she cupped her belly a couple of times. So yeah, and that was like the end of the world. How dare she? That's all she does. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Ah, Lord. Yes, and it's funny because you look at the picture from this is their picture from their wedding day. Shoulders are out. And I don't even remember. I think I was on cloud nine for several weeks, if not months after, because I watched that wedding over and over and over and over and over again, just looking for different pieces that I might have missed. I don't know if anybody else, maybe it was just me who did that. I love weddings, so I'm all about looking at the weddings, and it was truly the first one I think I really watched fully. So yeah. Oh Lord, another Skeletor. I'm sorry, but that's what I see that. I think a Skeletor. Okay. Cookies and cream. How are you, manager? You doing good? Oh, okay. Um. Oh, oh, Joyce. Joyce. You need to put a disclaimer before you do that. Oh my lordy B. No, it wasn't. But I mean, she was when she was the girlfriend. They quickly changed that when she became the Mrs. Although there's many others still in those rose gardens. You know what I'm saying? Those rose gardens are thick and luscious, and all those roses out there. Yeah, he seems to like one in particular, but hey, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't remove those comments. We all know that, but yeah. I think that was the part that bothered me the most because most of us were reporting these comments, and it's like, why aren't they being taken down? I don't get that whole thing. Why don't they just stop it? Oh, and she had on heels too. She was together that night, beautiful, and they ripped her to shreds for nothing. I guess. Well, it's not for nothing. It makes them feel better about themselves. Nobody want to see that bald headed. Okay, sorry, Kathy. That was just a rhetorical question. I almost answered it, but let me move on. Oh, it hasn't. There's no need to buy followers if your so-called competition, you're sick in the head if you are like, oh, we have to beat them. We have to beat them. We have to beat them. You shouldn't even need to worry about what others are doing. If your work is out, if you get out there and you're doing work and people are giving you accolades for your work and it's really changing lives, why would you need to? Yeah, okay. Just something to food for thought. Oh, geez, yeah. Well, there you go. They sued over that, Cher, I'm sorry. They sued the tabloids for those pictures. But royals don't sue. But they did sue and they won. And because I mean, mind you, that was an invasion of privacy. But how would we have known about the toe sucking Duchess if we had not had the tabloids? But nevertheless, seems like all women that would have joined, or even the men, because some of them have been caught in some interesting situations on yachts. I'm just saying. Um, Yeah, they should know how the tabloids work. So why are you just letting it all hang out? Yeah. And I'm sure they've got other pictures. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Can have on dark nail polish, but then you show pictures where the queen and or Diana or the granddaughters do, and but that's not a problem. Okay. It's so bizarre. If you've ever gone back and forth with someone that allegedly hates Meghan, you just realize, oh my God, what dark hole did I fall into? that I can't get out because they just loop on the same silly regurgitated lie. So everybody, yeah, I don't, it was the nail polish. I mean, everything Megan has done. She's not done anything to embarrass anyone. She, you know, there was this whole thing on giving breakdowns of her clothing while she was in the UK and still a quote working royal end quote oxymoron. Um, and we found out now that she was paying for her own clothing because they didn't have money for her. Hmm. The richest family in that country, and they don't have money for her when she joins. Interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Well, yeah, they pull out everything. You have the body language experts come out that, whether they're in an interview, I think there might have been some who did a critique of her while she was on Ellen. Like, okay, you all really need mental help. Yep, closing her own door. Again, she was beautiful at that event. I can't even imagine, like, the others have done that too, but, that's neither here nor there. But yeah. Oh, good. Just relax now. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think I laughed at myself because I was like, really? And, on DVR and you just keep hitting rewind. And sadly, when I moved, I lost all of the stuff that was on my DVR. So, when you change services and the wedding and the coverage and all that fun stuff. But, yeah, I I have been pregnant, but very early. So I never got to that stage of feeling baby moving in you. But everybody that I know who has had a child, you see that. So, whether you're trying to get them from stretching and kicking you in your ribs. I mean, I've seen the footprints coming through somebody, like as the baby's pushing, and it's pretty wild. So, I mean, yeah, rubbing your belly is not the end of the world or some crime. Oh, honey, they were mad. They're still mad. They'll be mad. Um, I need everyone that's in the UK or in Europe because you probably will see it sooner than me. Tomorrow, I think, is when they should be, hopefully, printing that apology. Or am I wrong? Because they only said they were considering an appeal to the Supreme Court. So if they're only considering it, they need to get on it and print that apology in there. They really did have a beautiful wedding. Now that I know that who suggested certain musical selections and this and that, I kind of feel like, well, it was just to give him good PR. Even walking her down the aisle was just good PR. I just, yeah. Now that I look at it, I try to focus on them. Harry waiting on her to get there, and while it was like a few minutes after the start time, which she has no control over when the car drives her down, finally gets out of the car, seeing the reaction of what are they called? Ushers, the little boys, when the bells and the trumpet started. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was the grandeur of royal weddings really get to you. But any wedding can be that way. Oh my goodness, y'all are too funny. Oh, yeah. Maybe in my next life I'll get to experience that type of thing. Rose gardens are dreamy. They are. They are. Even for some men, they're even more dreamier. I'm just saying. Mm, yeah. those fiery darts. Archie was like, "I'm here. I'm sticking around. I'm not going nowhere. It's all good." So yeah, I mean, pregnancy. You see, um, especially in the U.S. Sadly, I don't even know why I'm going here, but the mortality rate is so high, especially for Black women, and it's scary in a sense. But there is a balance between life and death at some points when you are going through the birthing process. Just from watching and hearing from what friends have told me, I'm like, "Oof, God bless you all." Uh, uh, Elaine, flag on the play. I need to come up with flag on the play, Elaine. Woo! And Elaine, don't forget there is some pictures that were floating, I guess, as they were on a tour, I believe, and her dress blew up in the back. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's move right on from that. And there weren't any of those to be seen, just cheeks. Aw. Well, I mean, look at her. She's accomplished. Before she even joined that family, she didn't need them. She's not a clout chaser. She didn't need them. What did she need them for? She had built her own wealth. I still would love the Tig to come back, but I know it's not, but I'm just saying. She could do it from different angles, not how she used to. But then again, she ain't no working royal, so what does it matter? Yeah, and the title people came back, reared their ugly heads again, taking their titles. I don't get it, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Mm, I think she only wore them once or twice. That's really not her style. And I wonder if that wasn't a setup, like, oh, you really should wear these. You really should wear these. If it wasn't some type of suggestion. Um, I want to say she had on wedges when she went to that wedding with that. I liked the frilly dress because it was, I don't know, it was flowy, but a lot of people did not care for that dress. Excuse me, that she wore to Harry's friend's wedding. Oh no, cousin. Excuse me, it was a cousin's wedding in the country side. Yeah, yeah, just with the move and everything else going on. Although knowing biology and not all pregnancies stick, so to speak. So sometimes I pull back when it comes down to blaming them for that. But there's a lot of stress that she was experiencing. So yeah, I give one that one. Yeah, they do. I mean, people ask like, how could you care about them, support them so heavily? And it's like, well, liking them and supporting them even when they were singular individuals, when they came together, it was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, how could you not? Especially when you see the charity she involved herself with. She set up the Grenfell kitchen. I mean, she set those women up that they don't have to worry. They really don't have to worry. The Together book is still selling and still funding and still doing what it needs to. SmartWorks, that is growing and they're collaborating with other designers, and those women look fabulous. I don't know if you follow them on Instagram or Twitter, and they give updates on who's going for interviews and who gets the job, and it's awesome. It is awesome. So, um, even the Mayhew, who I was touched by that charity, um, because of the animal aspect of it, and would never have known about it. I would love to have seen Meghan have the opportunity to do more with the senior home that was for retired entertainers, but that wasn't truly meant to be either for her. So, yeah, I know how it was meant. So, yeah, all the protocols have left. We all know that. Ah, there you go, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you for that, Joyce, because I was like, I don't think so. I knew the hospital name, but see, I don't get into the hospitals. Like, who, where are you having your child? Just have the baby, be safe, and all that stuff. Yeah, because there was a video of him moving, and people were saying that it was the haters were like, "Oh, it's just the pump moving the stuff," or she had something device under her shirt. I was like, "Oh my gosh, woo!" She was somewhat news before because she was on Suits, and yeah, she just wasn't dragged through the mud like she is now. So, just crazy. I'm glad you're at the dentist, and I'm glad you're listening so much. Uh, oh, please. Let me scroll through some of the comments. I probably have missed a lot, and I do apologize. Thank you, Calm. Yes, that is so true. I mean, I'll say, like, when I realized I was pregnant, it was like I said to myself, this little being is taking over my body, like literally your body, insomnia, and just, I can't, the girls were very sore and you're sick or whatever and dizzy and you don't, yeah, your body is no longer yours until you, I guess, have the baby. So, and even then, it's not if you're breastfeeding, but all right. I think I'm at the bottom. Hi, hi, hi to everybody. I saw a lot of names coming in, and I thank you all for joining and all that. I'm getting into at least 7 more minutes. So what I'm gonna do is just mention again that there is a channel raid, and I want to start posting so that you can get to it. It is in the pinned comments, but that might not work for everybody, so I'm gonna post it here. Mary man. I know, I know. Oh, Catherine, my thoughts are with you. Hugs, virtual hug to you. Oh, um, Mary, they're good. The men that are in here, they're good. They're not gonna run off. They're not gonna run off. We're not gonna get that far or that deep into it, especially since I'm under a timer. So yeah, I I'm going to post the link here um, for everybody to. Woo, I hope it posted right. I'm doing it via the StreamYard, so I don't know how it's gonna come up. And I hope it posted in right. So those of you who are not familiar with the channel raid, you're going to click the link that I am going to be posting for over the next 5 minutes as we get ready to go to our next stop. We're going to be seeing some lovely, lovely photography from Modest Moongazer. If you don't follow Modest Moongazer on Instagram, you really should. You really should. So she is stop number 2. So we will be going there in about 4 minutes, if that. And I will again post the link as we get closer to it, but I'm going to kind of just read through some of the comments. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Cheryl. Um, just to pass a few of the minutes as we have remaining. And I appreciate you all for coming in. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. I also just want to mention that there is channel membership on this channel. And thank you all. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow is I got talked into doing a monetization celebration. And so tomorrow at noon, so before all the football games kick off here in the US, we'll be having that. But I'm going to again post Modest Moongazer channel. And then everybody, top of the hour, that's where we will go. And hang out. But yeah, if you're not um definitely if you're on Instagram and not following Modest Moongazer, you definitely have to, because it's just it's truly art. The pictures are art, so you know. Bye, Elaine. You have a wonderful make the tea after I gave some tea. Yes, there you go. Squaddie should be full of tea. I've been seeing all the different lives, all of us ranting and raving, but it's what we need to do just to make it. Oh, that's awesome, Princess. It's just another way of building our tribes. I would beg to differ. I think they look professional to me, but I think they're awesome. All right, we're 2 minutes out, so here we go. Again, this is channel read stop number 2. Modest Moongazer. I already have the window open and I can just pop over in the 2 minutes that we have. So as we are winding down, does anybody have any questions for me? Any comments? Thank you again for coming over. And I see right now there's about 80 some odd in here, and hopefully I will see the same 80 plus over on Modest Moon Gazers. Oh, oh, are they crashing into your squad time? Is that it? You know how we are. So, oh, I see some folks are leaving, but that's okay. Hopefully they're getting their seat and popcorn ready. Hey, Tuber Chat, how are you? So those that are not familiar with Tuber Chat, you really should check out and connect with that channel. If you are a content creator who is seeking to grow your channel, so you're still working on your 1,000 subs and your 4,000 watch hours, which is the requirement for the monetization. Tuber Chat is a great way to go. So I just wanted to throw that out there also. All right, all right. Oof, I can only imagine. You have a wonderful what is it, evening? All right, everyone. It's 11 o'clock. Take care. Um, I will see you in a few minutes. Let's raid Modest Moon Gazer. Bye, everyone. Thanks again.